Okay. Oh, wow. I didn't know you were going to touch on that, but let's go. I am Dr. Nedra Allen. What's good, YouTube? This your girl, JP Films. When someone says no, no is not a definite answer for me. Let no one tell you what you can't do, because God always has the last say so. I'm the hottest camera girl, and I always keep the hottest people with me. So today, I got one of the hottest people from Houma, Louisiana with me right now.
JP Fam is the hottest camera girl.
For the people who don't know who you are, let's start from the beginning. Who are you?
You would hit me with that, huh? I am Dr. Nedra Allen. I was born and raised in New Orleans, but my mom bought a house in the 80s, so that's how we end up in Houma. And I'm just, like you said, I'm a serial entrepreneur. It's like when someone says no, no is not a definite answer for me. I'm going to the next level. I'm going to keep doing what I do. I'm a hustler. So that's all I know. My mom did it. My dad did it. So that's all I know. Is to work and grind, because at the end of the day will end, and my kids depend on me.
Speaking of kids, how is that having a boss daughter and you being a boss? Like,
Well, it is, you know what? My oldest daughter, she's a boss, like I said, she next week. And I also have a 19-year-old. She went to esthetician school, but before, when she was 15, I knew she wanted to do makeup, because she's kind of told me that's what she wanted to do. So I went ahead and got her like a makeup line. Already had a makeup line. She had makeup palettes, lipsticks, lip glosses. She used to make the like little bracelets with the charms on it. So she was already in that. And I have 2 boys at home. They have a bully now, so we started a bully business. And they also we live in Montgomery. They don't have snowballs, y'all. So
oh man,
I bought the snowball machine out. So I'm actually in the process of getting them their own building for it. But we have been selling them. Some people I know, I let them pull up at the house. My boys make the snowballs, and they love them. I do like the stuffed snowballs and the pineapples and everything. Yeah, so I'm just on it. I'm just on it.
that's lit. Nah, it's very inspiring to be sitting next to a real boss.
Thank you.
For real, like, that's why we're doing these interviews, to inspire people, like, keep going, try, like,
Right, that's crazy you say that, because my daughter usually makes all my wigs, but I had someone, I bought a wig from a girl named Tiffany Ann in Montgomery, and she was real excited. So I seen her like looking, she always on her phone, and I seen her like looking down on her phone, but I ain't paying no attention, so I left. So when I pulled off and I went look on Facebook, she put the post just was saying that, just sold a wig to Nedra Allen. I've been watching her, and she didn't even know, so there's a lot of people that always hit me up in my inbox and say they watched me from afar. I inspired them. So, and just for me, like, I was inspired by someone. Like,
yeah.
the people that inspire me, like Super Scent is one of my big inspirations. So I look at her and see, like, she come from, where she come from, and, just always being a hustler, and now she's big, like, so I want to get there one day.
For sure.
And even with the hookah pens, like, I lost my love for it when I seen Black Smoke do it. And I was like, you know what? There's Burger King, there's McDonald's, there are all these burger joints and chicken joints. So I'm like, you know what? Don't stop, because that was it was my dream. I thought about doing this like 2 years ago. And then I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to go ahead on and do it. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm not in competition with anybody. I'm a female. I'm a veteran. I'm a hustler. So I'm going to get it.
Dang. So touching on what you just said, like, that's really some good advice. Like, if you wanted to start a business or start anything, it does kind of bring you down. Like, seeing somebody do exactly what you said you wanted to do and get uninspired. So you be like, dang, I knew I should have did it. So that's some good advice to let people know. Like,
but look, so when I saw that he did it, I got discouraged, and I was thinking, like, but every vendor I went to, they were saying they didn't do it. And it's like, I think it's really rude for people to inbox you and be like, let me get your vendor. Like, no, like, let somebody come up from it, like, let them get big first. Like, I just feel like that's rude sometimes. But it was another person named Smokey. So I ordered I've shot with Black Smoke, so I've ordered pens from him. I ordered pens from Smokey, and so it's other people that actually sell these. But I'm the only female that I know of that's doing it.
Big boss. Dang. So how was it growing up? Like, was it a traumatic moment or something that made you want to be an entrepreneur?
Well, no, because I always, you know what, I watched my mom take care of, she had 3 girls, and I have a stepsister, so it's 4 girls, my dad's, daughter. But I watched her get my auntie, when she had to go away for a little while, she got her 4 daughters, and it was like all 8 of us in the house.
Dang.
And my mama she really inspired me, because she never, like, just because, it was more of us. So it's kind of like, even when she bought us British Knights, she didn't shop at Payless for them. They had British Knights and Jabots and everything. And I said, my mom was a respiratory therapist for years, and she worked hard. I remember her going, and, back then it was all like a Caucasian industry. So my mom and her friends took their tests. They said they cheated. They had to retake it. My mom and them still passed their tests.
Dang.
And, back then, and I looked at how she was still motivated and determined to get that done. So my mom always worked like long hours. She drove from New Orleans to Houma just to go to work. And I never wanted for anything. But, did I give my mama hell sometime? Yeah, I did. We all did. But at the end of the day, like, it's still my mama. So she know it's up with her, whatever she wants.
That's dope. Yeah, I know your mom, real cool, sweet lady. Shout out to her. I remember when I first started taking pictures, like y'all was like y'all probably was my first family photo shoot.
Mm-hmm. I seen those pictures. I was in California at the time when you took that. I was in the Navy. I had moved to California, so I was in the Navy then.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. And all over.
What made you join the Navy, and how was your experience?
Well, I first wanted to join when I was in high school. I wanted to join the Air Force, and my cousin and I were going to go on a buddy program, but she ended up getting pregnant, so it kind of like, after graduation, I ended up getting pregnant too with Misha, of course. And I got married, and I just, I needed a change of scenery, because I had, just wanted something different. I was here working at Walmart as an optician, and I transferred my job, and I was like, you know what? They pay for me to go to the military, going to pay for me to go to school. And, girl, they paid, let me tell you, they paid up for all these degrees. Because when you become a disabled vet, which I am that now, they wiped all my student loans. They paid all my student loans out. And I just said, I had $300 and something in student loans now. Right. I was like, that would have took me all my life to pay back. So, but I will always want to be in the military world, because I feel like I love to see a woman in stuff, in positions that they was always supposed to be a man. And that's not always the case. Like, we doing things now. Oh, for sure. Women are like breadwinning now. So,
yes.
Even in the truck driving, for one. Yeah. Like, these ladies are, oh, right. And I used to love to see, like, growing up, I used to love to see, like, the women, like, on the motorcycles and everything. So it's kind of like women in power. No disrespect to the man, but I'm not saying women in power. I just feel like, women in power should empower other women. No hate, no competition. You can do everything.
Do you feel like you had a lot of haters?
I definitely did, but it didn't stop me, because I think for everyone that hated, I multiplied that by 10, So it didn't matter to me. It didn't stop me. I've heard, oh, she sell cheap clothing, I don't shop with her, just a lot of stuff. But it's kind of like pretty much everybody kind of have the same vendors now. It's only so many and stuff. So, it's just I didn't care about it though. I just kept on going.
So where did that confidence come from, and how do you keep it?
Oh, child. I'm a Scorpio, and that's confident, baby. I done had this for years. So it's just me. It's just me. Like I said, God always has the last word, the last say. So nobody can tell me no. If I want it, I'm gonna go get it.
Everybody hustling over.
Definitely my immediate family, because I have 4 kids, and everyone has their own business. That's sad, though. Mm-hmm.
So
it gets hard though.
I can only imagine. Y'all gotta motivate each other.
Right.
Let's talk about, you got all these businesses going on. you have children, you got family, and you losing your high school love. How was that, and how did you keep going from that?
Okay. Oh wow, I didn't know you was gonna touch on that, but let's go.
Yes.
I think about everyone that tells me, just I gotta keep going. What would Mars want me to do? He always wanted to see me smile. Anytime he saw me upset or crying or angry about something, he always was like my shoulder. He always like pushed me, and he always gave me like a better outlook on whatever I'm thinking. Because sometimes I could be hot-headed. If I'm mad, I do things without thinking about the consequences after. So he was around to, I think God brought him around me for those 7 months and 2 weeks to show me like what true love really was. I was his first girlfriend.
Wow.
And somebody told me just last week the best thing about our love story was that I was his last girlfriend as well. And that kind of made me smile. Like I didn't even look at it that way because I never questioned God. And I think I am grateful that he allowed him to spend that time with me and that he didn't die in prison because he got the short end of the stick, getting locked up at 22 years old on a non-violent, because it was for drugs, and the judge gave him 40 years. So he did 24 years and 7 months, and he got out in the midst of being in there. He lost his mom. He lost his brother. And the crazy thing, his brother was killed on Mark's birthday. So every year you celebrating a year of life and your brother passed away, So it's just it was a lot of stuff, but it was hard. It's been hard. It's still hard because I'm still grieving. Like I have my days. Sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down. When you think you're good,
Yeah.
you're not. Because just last night I was like driving down and I just start crying just thinking about it because I want to, every time I come to Homer, I go visit his grave. So, of course, when it rains like this, I can't get back there.
Right.
But my car is full of him. My car, my bed. I have pillows. I have air fresheners. I have stuff you wouldn't even think of getting a picture on. I have. So, but I definitely miss him. I'm definitely going to keep his name alive, because he was such a healthy body and he had a pulmonary embolism. And that happened in front of me. So June 14th, 24, I'd never forget it.
Dang.
Right.
That had to have been hard. Like you was there.
I was there. We were fine. We had just went, we had checked in a room. We went to the car, got our luggage, and it happened in the parking lot. And it went like, it was sudden, like it happened. He probably passed away in like 50 to 55 minutes within, the doctor said it was blood clot in his leg and it traveled to his lungs and it suffocated him. Because the last words he said when they put him on the stretcher, like I watched him fall flat on his face. I thought he was gone then, but I watched him do so I guess he called like a seizure shake and stuff, but he was talking to us. We turned him over, like security guards outside had helped me. We turned him over and everything. He was talking, gave him some water. He was sweating really bad. So I think in the midst of that sweat, he probably had a heart attack too. Because when I read the symptoms, that's what that was. The last words he said was telling the EMTs that when they put him on the stretcher, which was 25 minutes later, that's how long it took him to get there. But, we were in Mississippi, so they had to come around the bend and no telling how far out they were. He said, I need air. I need air. I need air. And they was like, we're going to get you straight, man. We're going to, check your, check you out, check your blood pressure and all this stuff. And from there, the last thing I seen is when I put my hand up, because it was, taking a while. I put my hand up on the ambulance and I looked in the back window and he was just in that. I seen when his eyes went into that stare light and I couldn't do nothing but I called his sister and I say, it don't look good. So that was, yeah, but I stayed at the hospital until you imagine you sitting there in that hospital waiting for your family to get there and the doctor come tell you, you thinking they about to tell you something good, and he like, are you with the patient? Okay, we did everything we could do. We tried everything. I'm sorry, he didn't make it. Man, I broke down so bad. Yeah, I thought it was a movie. And that really hurt me. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Dang.
That was definitely a loss. Because he was a good one, a real one.
And they rare. Right. They don't come too many times.
Right.
Man, that's crazy. And he's from Homer too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Everybody knew him as they used to call him Slick. He was a big athlete. He played ball at Terrebonne. He came to Ellendale and ran it. He just got expelled from school for something simple. So he went to New Orleans, wasn't able to get back in school. So, he did what everybody else, go through in the hood, they in the alley, how they doing. So, but everybody knew him. They called him Slick. But when he got out, he said he didn't like that name Slick because he said he wasn't that person he was 20 something years ago. And I was like, okay. I mean, real intellectual, people, he was tutoring. I looked at his sister sent me for the first time. She sent me his parole hearing, and when I looked at it, I ain't gonna say I was shocked because I know how smart he was. He was really intelligent. He had so many hours of community service, and 90% of those hours were for tutoring.
Dang.
And he was a tutorer. He say he go places and he see people. Like his interview was so good. Like you couldn't help but to give him parole. Wow, right. It was amazing. I watch it over and over again just so I could hear his voice though. So, Mark motivated me. When I fell short on something, he really had my back. When I did the hookah pens and I'm like, it costs such and such, to get this many, that don't make sense. He'd say, Ned, just get it. I'm gonna help you. So he motivated me. Even like when I went get the snowball machine, it was kind of like, my card declined. I had to call the bank. It declined again. I had to call him again. I said, you know what? I'm getting frustrated. I was ready to, and I drove way to Bell Chase just to get the machine from Montgomery that day. And I was getting frustrated. He said, you going to get that machine whether your card work or not. You still going to get it. You going to leave out here with a machine today.
Yes.
But the card ended up working, but I was like, this man really has my back and my best interest.
Let's talk about the website. What all do you have for sale on there?
Oh, I sell all kind of stuff. Like, my past relationship didn't want me to cater to the men because they didn't want men all in my face and stuff.
Wow.
But that was just something insecure he had going on. But I have like unisex clothes, like the gallery department shirts and socks and hats. I have AirPods. I have weight loss because I do waist trainers. I was doing body sculpting and stuff. So I feel like in my spa, I have a spa connected to my boutique. So, I do all kind of stuff. I was doing teeth whitening, yoni steams, Brazilian waxes, the cavitation, like the body sculpting. I was doing everything. So I have waist trainers. I have everything on my website. The hookah pins. I have my daughter, the one I told you with the makeup line. I have her makeup stuff. I had some Alicia wigs on there at first, but she got a site now. She got her own wig, so. But I have everything.
Lipstick.
Right.
Wow. So where did all this knowledge come from to be able to do all that?
You know what? I always I like to read, and I just pick, I'm a fast learner, so I pick up on stuff, and I just if it's somebody that inspired me, I just go online and Google this, Google that. And I even do business consulting. I help people get their EIN, their LLC. They can book a startup business consultation with me. So I do it all.
Wow.
And I love to do it. I love to see people blossom and grow.
So give me the whole list of every business that you done and that you're doing.
Oh my. Look, if you go, just go to Alabama Department of I mean, I did stuff from, so on-demand taxes, on-demand essentials, which is the boutique and spa, on-demand, Body by On-Demand, which is me, which is the sculpting side of it, Mayamatics, which is my daughter makeup line, teeth whitening by Nedra. Just, oh my God. And, K&K Snowballs, that's for my boys.
Yep.
The Bullion, that's for my boys. Okay. Now I had a few that didn't really, I was in the process of doing so I helped establish a restaurant.
Dang.
And a pool hall with the hookah lounge in it. That was something that passed down because I'm not, I don't want to do the nightlight stuff.
Yeah.
I like to be in my bed at, then I like to sleep during that time and do, I'm more on the early hours in the bed,
Yes.
In the house early type stuff. And I used to go out a lot and, that just wasn't for me anymore. I just, stopped. I definitely don't go out in my city anymore. I like to travel. So
I hear that.
I stay home. I live in Montgomery, Alabama.
How you like it?
It's okay. I mean, I've been there since Hurricane Katrina hit, so I'm there. I bought a house in 21, so it's like I'm not leaving that house. And I'm not selling because it's no way I ever get a 2.6 interest rate again in the world. So, I'm not selling. I'm going to keep that roof over my kids' head with the help of God.
Yes.
But it's okay for the most part. Like, Montgomery has a lot of Black entrepreneurs and it's full of business. So I feel like if people work together, they can accomplish more if they work together than hating on each other. I have a doctorate in business. I got my MBA, and then I decided to, like, you know what? I always wanted doctor in front of my name, so let me go ahead and just get it. And so it's called a DBA, Doctorate in Business Administration, actually.
Okay. Nah, that's dope. So for people, women watching this who's very inspired by you, what would be like your top 5 advices that you would give to them?
Top 5, let's see. Don't stop. Never let no one tell you what you can't do, because God always has the last say so.
Right.
Always go out and wear that confidence like a 4-year-old with a Superman shirt on. Oh, yes. What else I want to say? Put God first. Put God first. And the 5th thing, I might have said more than 5 already, but I don't know. Just always try to inspire somebody, because you never know who's looking at you.
Right. You never know who's watching.
Right. My grandmother used to always tell me that. Don't go outside with and that's why I'm so big on, like, don't go outside with your bonnet on and your slippers, because you never know who's watching you. She always said that. And I never be like, I'm just going to run this place. It don't matter where you're going. You never know who you're going to run into. House shoes and bonnets is for the house.
Yes. Shoot, that's some advice right there.
Right.
JP Fam is the hottest camera girl.
What's